watch. We'll hit pause, and we'll see how the heck this video format works.
What is this video?
How car dealerships rip you off. The truth.
Ooh, I want the truth.
Hang tight. It takes a second to load here. Alright, let's see.
Whiteboard Finance. In this video, I'm going to show you how car dealerships rip you off using the Foursquare method.
Foursquare method? Alright.
Absolutely.
I like your intro music.
So I graduated in December of 2010 with a finance degree when there was still blood in the streets and unemployment was at an all-time high. So instead of sitting around on my couch watching Netflix and eating potato chips, I decided to get a job. Couldn't find a job in finance, so what did I do? I ultimately got a job selling cars, right?
Okay.
So selling cars, there's nothing wrong with that as a profession. You can make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, I didn't just go to school for 4 years, get my finance degree, so I can do something that I can do without a high school degree, right? But I
feel like
did
he's
learn
taking
a lot
shots
of
at you.
valuable
Yeah,
tactics
yeah.
and a lot of
My God,
valuable
I got my
skills
high
that
school degree,
dealerships
buddy.
use in trying to make money off of people, right? So if you've ever bought a car, you may have seen this before. This is what we call the Foursquare, okay? So up here, you have your trade-in value. This is the car that you're trading in.
No shit.
Over here, you have the price of the vehicle that you're buying. Down here, you have your down payment.
And
meaning
over there,
money
you
that
have
you're
your
putting down
payments.
towards the car if you're not paying cash. And then finally, you have the monthly payment down here, meaning if you're financing the vehicle, these will be your monthly payments. So let's say, for example, you're trading in a 2006 Chevy Impala. You want to get a new one, right?
Okay.
So you have a 2006 Impala with 8 million miles on it. What the actual car manager or the salesperson will do is in front of you, they'll silently devalue your trade. That's what we call devaluing your trade. So while you're talking and he's asking you questions.
Is that true? What does that even mean?
It means that they're going to walk around your trade while you're there, and they're just going to touch, scratches, and not say a fucking word. Okay, and that's rather old school. Just pointing out the defects and the cosmetic defects, and
So that was like an old school tactic to...
yeah, because the new school tactic is to not do it silently, to bring the customer along and help you appraise the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially in a negotiation-free store.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but box number one... Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a Foursquare is basically that. It's you get the price of the new car, the trade-in, the down payment, and the monthly payment, and the concept behind it is, well, you work on whichever one brings the most pain to the customer, and typically the one that brings the most trade to the customer would be the monthly payment because because most people are payment buyers. So you
Watch
skip.
out, the camera's right there. You're like touching people.
So you skip talking about the trade or the price, and you talk about, well, here's the things that could really impact your payment. Down payment could help. How much more can you come up with? At a certain point, it's just math. So we can play with the trade-in, we can play with the price, we can play with down payment.
Yeah.
But it's just math. We can lower the price and leave your trade-in at what it is, or we can leave the price where it's at and increase the value of the trade-in or the trade allowance. You can put more money down.
So let's see what he says. Let's see if you agree with it.
But this is this is an old way of doing things.
He'll touch a little chip here, a little dent there. Notice that the wheels are scuffed. It's all subconscious, okay? It's telling you that he knows that your car is a piece of junk, right? So right away, he's actually silently devaluing your vehicle.
Yeah.
So when they come back to you with this Foursquare, okay, you're going to have a trade-in value. Let's just say he wants to give you $4,000 for your piece of junk, right? They're going to have a price of the car. Let's just say you're buying a new Impala, and we'll call this $24,900. These are all just hypothetical numbers.
No shit.
Down payment, this is the money that they want you to put down. Let's just say $4,000. And then monthly payment, they'll sketch out like 3 different scenarios, right? You'll have, let's say, $500 at 60 months, $475 at 72 months, and then they'll have like $575, or excuse me, let's just call it $450 at 84 months, okay? So when they come back to you with this Foursquare, it's essentially a piece of paper with these 4 squares. These
Probably-
are all meant to
why they
be
call it Foursquare.
negotiation pieces, okay? The dealership is really making their money on the monthly payment and also how much you put down. So financing is by far the most profitable center within the whole dealership, okay? So when you go to the guys in the back to do paperwork,
Do you
and
wanna
they're
pause that
selling
there?
you rim insurance and warranties
Finances where
and
you
all
make the
that
most
stuff,
money in the dealer? I
it's
thought it
all
was
junk
service.
for the most part, okay?
Well, he's
That's
talking
the
about
highest
On the
margin
sales,
in
okay.
the dealership. The second highest is the service center. So when you go to get your car serviced, yeah, you might as well be getting your rear
picking it
end
up on
serviced
camera
because they're
with the
taking
mic.
it
Oh,
right
were we
there.
recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cars are the least profitable area of the dealership,
I thought you were just showing me this.
If you're a Chevy dealership, you get brand new Chevys. What do you
Well,
think
there you
a
have
new
it,
Chevy's
folks.
gonna cost? It's going to cost the same in Ohio as it does in Florida, as it does in California, as it does in Alaska. It's a brand new car with an MSRP, okay? These dealerships are getting them for relatively the same price. They can only mark up new cars so much. The new car sale is the least profitable center for the dealership. Remember that.
Okay.
Used
I'll
cars
try not to
is
forget.
actually way more profitable than the new car, and you'll see why. That's exactly from this Foursquare. So what will happen is you guys are negotiating on a car. You pick out a car you like. You test drive it. You like it. You smell it. You touch it. Oh, you're in love, right?
The most
Especially when you're
important
coming
thing
out
was
of the
smelling
passenger gear. So they sit you down at the table. Would you like a cup of coffee?
I would.
Here's my manager. You know, oh, this is Mike. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping in today. Blah, 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 right? It's all an act. It's Hollywood. So what they do is they come back with this Foursquare, this piece of paper that has these numbers on it, and the numbers are meant to offend you, okay? They're meant to get you into kind of like a, oh my God, these are so high. What is this? You know, this is crazy. Because what they want to do is they want you to beat them up, so you feel like you got a deal.
If you want to,
right?
Can we pause this?
Yeah, hit the
Perception
space bar.
is reality.
It's the
So
one in the
the
middle.
salesperson is.
You didn't know which one this. You have the same laptop as me.
And your point?
All right. So your thoughts?
Well, Foursquares are really kind of old school, and I don't know if they were meant to offend you as much as they were to shock you.
Yeah.
And they're meant really for most people. And you love my statistics because I make them up.
Definitely.
But 94% of all people are payment buyers.
Yeah.
Okay, not cash buyers. So what's mostly important to most people is what the monthly payment is. And yes, dealers are going to ask for $4,000 down, knowing in most cases that, well, the customer is going to go, well, I got maybe $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they want to establish that, well, if you can't put the 4,000 down, but you can only put 500 down, well, obviously the math would say, well, the payment's got to go up. With less cash down, the payment's got to go up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to let you in on all the secrets, but I know that when I used to present a Foursquare, I wouldn't have the number of months that the payment represented.
Really?
Yes, I would just say to somebody when they go, well, how many months is that for? I would usually say to them, well, I'm assuming that's probably 72 months, but if you want extended financing, I can find out for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Because if they would agree to, I don't know, $475 for 72 months or $500 for 72 months, that would represent in the bushel basket world that I lived in a rather large potato.
Yeah, you're making a lot of money off.
Yes. And that's the whole concept behind the Foursquares is you're just trying to pick the pain point that's most important to the customer. In today's world, things are somewhat different than that. The way deals are presented, it's presented differently with printed out worksheets that actually look like, I don't know, it's real, as opposed to just a sales manager writing on there, what do you think, with a smile face, the devaluing of the trades. That's old school. Walk around the car with the customer, point out all the defects, but don't say a word so that the customer's thinking, oh my God, they know this is...
Yeah.
In today's world, at a lot of dealerships, especially negotiation-free stores, they encourage the customer to go with the appraiser so that they can talk about the car. You know, like, I don't know, adults, like human beings. Like, okay, this is what I've noticed. Are there any other things that you think I should know about your car when it comes to me appraising it?
Yeah.
Because in the negotiation-free type of sales, the understanding is that, well, the customer's buying the car at a reduced price, and the dealership's trying to buy their car, the trade-in car, at a fair price.
No, I get it.
And they have to understand what all the deficiencies are in the car so that they can come up with what a real value would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Foursquare is about as old as I am. And served.
You should say thank you for all the birthday wishes you get.
Yes. Thank you to everybody for, you know, I never received this many birthday wishes in my life.
Yeah.
Because, well, I didn't know this many people before in my life. But truth be told, this is just so old that the things have changed. At some dealerships, they have not. They still utilize the Foursquare because that's all they know. But that's deceptive tactics, and I don't know. People are smart enough. Well, apparently there aren't. People aren't smart enough to realize.
I think this video has been seen by 6 million people.
That these are deceptive tactics, and that there's a more appropriate way to get the information to the customer. And most dealerships today, I won't even say most dealerships, a growing percentage of dealerships today are trying to do it in a more consumer-centric manner.
Well, let's get through the remainder of the video. And
I have to? This video is boring as hell to me.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to then. Why don't we just do
birthday wishes?
Well, I did want to show. I got my dad. I can't see the screen, so hopefully you can see happy 40th.
Yeah. That was the 29th anniversary of my 40th birthday. Yeah.
Anyway, I thought I'd share that. I thought it was fun. Well, why don't we? Let's just do like one more minute. Let's see what.
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Can I share instead of having to watch this guy for one more minute, which would, I don't know, just take years off of my life.
People like him, so you got.
Okay, I understand, but you know, having spent 43 years in the business, to me, this is. I don't know.
So what do you think? What do you think our audience would want to learn out of this?
Well, I will share some truisms of the car business. Okay, one, the price of the new car is going to be more than what you as a customer want to spend for it. The amount that the dealership is going to offer you for your trade-in is always going to be less than what you think it's really worth. And three, either you or someone you know has been flim-flam, scammed, screwed by a car dealer.
Yeah.
And those are three truisms that whether you're working at a negotiation-free store or you're working in an old-school store, that you have to try and overcome with your customers in order to have any hopes whatsoever of coming to some type of compromise that allows for a car deal. And then there's a couple other things that I found in 43 years of doing this, and maybe it'll resonate with people, maybe it won't. But this is what I found. The people who can afford to pay the most for the car will pay the least. The people who can afford to pay the least for the car will pay the most. Those who've paid the least will complain the most. And those who paid the most will complain the least. So I don't know if that means that car dealers take advantage of people that aren't as well informed or well educated, or that people or affluent, or people who have been extremely successful in their lives have learned how to use their affluence, their wealth to their advantage. But it's true. I mean, it's so true that the people that can really afford to pay the least for the car are the ones that always end up paying the most for the car.
But I've got to bring up, I mean, and we won't tell this story on this video, but the most you've ever seen marked up and sold on a car was definitely not on a Hyundai or a Kia. It was on a Ferrari, right?
It was, yeah.
So
yeah.
I think there's a point you're making. But I think that can be.
Well, I will say this. I mean, there are some people that will find a specialty car that they covet, and they'll pay whatever
they'll
it
pay a
takes to
premium.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay, or they'll pay whatever it takes to get it because of the way that they're being treated by the dealership where they're getting it at. My understanding is that Floyd Mayweather, who burns through more money than, well, most human beings ever could in a lifetime,
Yeah.
has someone who is his car guy. And he just tells the guy what he wants, and the guy finds it.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that there's ever any real concern about how much Floyd has to pay for the car or how much the dealership that's selling the car is making. Which brings me to one other point. And oftentimes customers will say to us, well, how do I know I'm getting a good deal?
Sure.
Okay? And here's the answer to that question. A good deal is simply a state of mind. If you're happy with the deal and the dealership's happy with the deal, whether the dealership lost $500 or the dealership made $5,000, it doesn't matter because everybody's happy. Happiness and deals are a state of mind. If you're happy with the numbers, then it's a good deal.
Yeah.
If you're miserable with the numbers, or if you've negotiated the deal so much that, you know, the dealer just really feels like he doesn't have anything left, and you've worked really hard to get to that number, and you're still not happy with the deal, it's because it's your state of mind. I had a customer who turned out to be like an adoptive father to me.
Is this a current client or back in your...
This is back in the old days, in the 70s, when I was running a Nissan store at the Jersey Shore, right where I live. And this customer just loved to negotiate a car deal. He loved to have the whole process, I don't know, take 3 days. Because to him, it was fun. And then one day he was in my office, and he's talking to me about a car. And he's saying, no, I only want to pay this. And I go, Harry, I can't do it for this. And the next thing I know, the owner of the dealership is bounding down the steps from his office upstairs, and he sees Harry in my office and says hello to Harry. And Harry says, I only want to pay X. And my boss says, okay, you'll pay X. We're good with that. Harry didn't buy the car. Okay, and he didn't buy the car because, well, the owner took all the fun out of it for him. Okay? He could have had the car for the number he wanted, but he didn't really have to work for it, so he didn't feel like, in his mind, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
Good deals are simply a state of mind. That's all they are. Be happy. As Bobby McFerrin once said, don't worry, be happy. If the dealer makes some money, the dealer makes some money. If you're happy, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy the car.
I think this could be your running platform, but we probably shouldn't go into politics.
No, I'm not going. No.
So we made it halfway through a reaction video. Hopefully this resonates. Here, Dad, if you hit the escape key up there, you see that one? Yeah. And then I'll click on this thing, and then let's. That's what we've been. That's us, like the whole time. Isn't that cool?
Oh, cool. That is cool.
That's
yeah.
a cool little video concept we're doing today.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments below if you like these style of videos. I'm here hanging out with my dad for an unknown amount of time, except I left my bike back at my sister's place, so I kind of need to get that. So, but if you like these videos, I'll come back to my dad's place, and also I like hanging out with him.
Isn't that nice? Isn't he a nice boy?
Outro?
Well, folks, that's pretty much it for the day. With any luck at all, we'll be back again tomorrow with some more words of wisdom when it comes to helping you buy a car.
You really had to think about that one.
I did, because that was probably bullshit. But that's besides the point. I just hope you enjoyed today's video.
Do you want to hit the stop recording?
No, I don't know how to.
You can just, you click.